Chapter 3. All's quiet on the Oridon front, which doesn't feel right, as if Uma's not just waiting under the sea for her chance to pounce, or jump, or whatever it is giant octopuses do. 1 week later, Mal stood guard by herself on Oridon Prep's back balcony, looking every bit the fierce protector in a dragon-patterned dress and dragon wing oplet. The Queen's blue and yellow flags flapped in the wind above her as she took in the morning air. The castle-like building's pale stone bricks were sturdy beneath her feet, but Mal still felt uneasy. Oridon could never be truly safe while Ursula's daughter, Uma, was still out there. Mal scanned the vast horizon for signs of Uma. As far as Mal could see, the spectacular Oridon coastline lay quiet and peaceful, all rolling green hills and sparkling blue seas. But beyond the calm sea hunched the Isle of the Lost. Its magical isolating barriers flickered and shimmering in the morning sun, the isle's dangerous population imprisoned behind it. Today's the big day, Mal thought. It was time to pick up the new VKs. She smiled to herself with pride. Mal, daughter of Oridon's most hated villain, spawn of the Isle's mistress of evil, had passed all her senior classes without the help of magic and graduated from Oridon Prep. And her best friend, Evie, had finished at the top of their elite prep school class. They were truly Oridon girls now. Mal shook her head and refocused on her critical task. She had to be sure Uma wasn't going to mess things up and slip her angry octopus self into Mal's peaceful life in Oridon. Mal shivered and recalled Uma's disturbing transformation at Cotillion, from a wicked leader of rapscallion pirates into an 8-legged aqua beast. No one had seen or heard from Uma since. Mal's top priority was keeping Oridon a safe place for all the people she loved. Deep in thought, Mal failed to notice that her boyfriend, King Ben, had walked up behind her on the balcony. The handsome royal put his arms gently around Mal's waist and surprised her with a giant hug. Romantic surprises were one of Ben's specialities. He was always making grand, unexpected gestures, like planning picnics by the enchanted lake, or commissioning a personalized stained glass window of him and Mal for Cotillion. Ben got so much pleasure out of seeing Mal's joyful and shocked reactions to his surprises. This time was no different. Mal jumped, whirled around, and greeted her dreamy boyfriend with a loving smile. "Not a tentacle in sight," Mal declared, taking Ben's strong hand in hers. "I believe if Uma was up to something, we'd know it by now," said Ben reassuringly. The king looked sharp and self-assured in his cobalt blue suit with its yellow pocket square. His honey brown hair shifted across his forehead as he scanned the water. "I know how villains think, and I don't trust her as far as I can throw her. She's going to wait until our guard is down and then strike," Mal said, looking thoughtful as she mulled over potential evil plots in her head. "I really wish I had time to do a dragon flyover, 'cause I could go much higher." Ever since Mal's brilliant Cotillion metamorphosis into a magnificent fire-breathing dragon, she'd been soaring over Oridon on a daily basis and safeguarding the kingdom from above. Because her dragon's eye view provided an unrivaled perspective, Mal felt it was her personal responsibility to protect Oridon from harm. "Well, you can't be everywhere at once," said Ben, concerned that Mal was taking on too much. He loved her passion for Oridon's safety, but the security of the country didn't rest on Mal's shoulders alone, even if she thought otherwise. Ben wished Mal knew how to lean more on others for help. She wasn't on the Isle anymore. She didn't have to do everything alone. Ben did his best to help her see that. "Besides, I've got your back," gestured above to dozens of gallant royal guards positioned on the school's high parapet. There's telescopes carefully arranged to cover every direction. Then, remembering why he'd come to get Mal, Ben threw his arms around her. "Now, come on. Everybody's waiting for us," he reminded her. Ben couldn't wait to welcome the new batch of Isle kids to his kingdom. With Mal and her friends, Ben had witnessed firsthand how an invitation to Oridon Prep changed not just the lives of the VKs who came over, but the lives of everyone they met as well, including himself. Ben could never have predicted that his groundbreaking proclamation for Ordon Prep's integration would lead to his meeting the love of his life. But the wise leader had foreseen that given the right education and resources, villain kids could change. Children raised by evil parents could choose to be good. Mal, Evie, Jay, and Carlos had, if only Uma had made the same choice. He had thought more of her. Instead, they all nervously awaited her return, especially Mal. "Wait, you're getting more guards?" Mal asked, searching for reassurance in Ben's eyes. "I'm getting more guards," he replied. He took both of her hands in his. "Now breathe." Mal leaned back and took a deep, cleansing breath. "Come on," Ben said. He wrapped his arm around her playfully as they crossed the balcony to exit. "Okay," Mal leaned into him, thankful to have him by her side.